Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So let's start my thoughts on some interesting games here in 2023 NFL preseason and regular season. So here we are. So the first interesting game is the Hall of Fame game, Jets at Brown, near Jets at Cleveland in Canton, Ohio. And I can understand that because, it's one of these games that everyone's interested in, watching. It's the first NFL game of the year. I mean, it's okay. But yeah. Yeah, but I mean, World Cup's on right now, soccer, so it's more interested in that preseason, but then we have two NFL Network games, Houston at New England and Minnesota at Seattle. So those two are interesting. We have Green Bay and Cincinnati, Denver at Arizona. Then you have NFL preseason, Tennessee at Chicago on Saturday 12th, New York Jets at Carolina. You have Philadelphia at Baltimore, and then you have two on Sunday the 13th in Kansas City at New Orleans, San Francisco at Las Vegas. And then we have two on week 2. We have one on Thursday. We have Cleveland and Philadelphia. We have two on Friday, but one on NFL Network, Carolina and New Jets. And then there's a bunch on Saturday. There's Jacksonville, Detroit, Miami, Houston. We have Chicago, Indianapolis, and we have Dallas, Seattle. And on Sunday we have New Orleans, Los Angeles, and they have Baltimore, Washington. And then there's week 3 here. There's a couple interesting. There's a bunch of nationally televised ones. Thursday 24th, there's NFL Network has Pittsburgh at Atlanta, and Prime Video has Indianapolis at Philadelphia. There's usually all the NFL Network usually just airs like the local feeds, the local home team feeds from preseason games, with usually like the local radio announcers or like announcers that air like games on like CBS or Fox. They'll air preseason games, and then you have announcers from like other networks. Might air games on the radio, they'll air games on the TV, and then they'll film radio crew. Or they'll have both on TV and radio, at the same time. It's kind of it like that. Or they'll just have like announcers, the major college football. They're on ESPN or something like that. They'll do games, the preseason games, stuff like that. And then Friday 25th, you have CBS. You have Detroit, Carolina. That's the one CBS game. Usually Fox, CBS have one national game. It's usually with their lower tier announcers. Sometimes like a lower tier announcer, not the one that's doing like the Super Bowl, like the playoff, the most, like the AFC Championship or the NFC Championship, or the playoffs usually, and they alternate through it. And then there's two NFL Network. There's New England at Tennessee, and there's Los Angeles Chargers at San Francisco. Join in progress, so because it starts at 7:15 Central and 9 Central, so it'll be about an hour and 15 minutes in. If it goes to the 3 hours, so it'll be like, you'll see like maybe just a little bit of the first half. But it's all the whole second half will be on for sure. And then we have Cleveland at Kansas City. And at 5. And then we have Jets at Giants. There's no game in for afterwards for a couple hours, which is kind of surprising. And they have LA Rams at Denver. And then Fox is the one preseason game is Houston at New Orleans. But let's talk about the regular season now, which is the real interesting ones. So if NBC has Detroit and Kansas City in the kickoff game, usually it's the team that wins. Obviously, the team that wins Super Bowl hosts the game, and that's Kansas City. They host the first game of the regular season against a very interesting Denver team. That's going to be pretty interesting. And then there we have Cincinnati and Cleveland. That's no, this year. So, I mean, week 1, every team's going to be interesting week 1. See how they actually play, because some coaches don't play their starters in preseason. Like if their starters are working to build in, they might play some together just to get momentum in. We'll see. I mean, it all depends on how they play it. You know what I mean? It all really depends. So it's gonna be interesting. Week 1, I kind of want to see that. That's kind of what I want to see. So everyone reacts. And then we have a rematch between last year's Monday Night Football Week 2 on Thursday. This time on Thursday Night Football, we have Minnesota at Philadelphia, and then Los Angeles Chargers and Tennessee. That's gonna be interesting. Arizona is gonna be interesting to watch this year. See if they're improving on this year. San Francisco and LA. LA did okay, but we'll see if they improve on this year. The Jets, they're going to be interesting to watch with Aaron Rodgers. See how they are with Rodgers. It's going to be interesting. Are they going to be good, the contenders, like they should be? At least be better, at least be about the same, if not a little bit better than last year. Because the Jets weren't horrible last year. They weren't amazing, But they should at least be fighting for that 7-8 spot. Denver, that's going to be interesting to see what Denver plays. Is Denver going to be for because Denver last year, they thought they were going to be good, but they ended up not being good, so we'll see. And there's 2 Monday footballs. New Orleans at Carolina and Cleveland at Pittsburgh. New Orleans at Carolina on ESPN, and then ABC is Cleveland and Pittsburgh. That's going to be interesting. They must have found that to be very popular. I can see that. Being popular. They're both having 2 TVs and watching both games. New York Giants and San Francisco. That's going to be an interesting game. Big, interesting game. Both were playoff teams last year. I believe that was was it a division match in Pittsburgh? No. I thought they played each other. I could be wrong. But in playoffs. Yeah. And we have 2 back-to-back Monday Night Footballs. We have 2 back-to-back double Monday Night Footballs. We have this time the early games on ABC. It's Philadelphia and Tampa. Los Angeles Rams at Cincinnati. We'll probably do it. The full games on ABC, and then I'll show the rest of the game on ESPN. I could see that. ESPN game on ABC. I could see that. Maybe till 10 p.m. Till 10 p.m. my local time, or 11 Eastern or something. Then tend to lose on full time. You know what I mean? I could see that. And and then there's, I mean, these interesting matchups are not going to get very interesting until like till the season starts and stuff like that. But Miami's always going to be interesting. Jacksonville is going to be interesting. I want to see if are they really hot contenders. Is Houston going to do better after they pick well in the draft? Like are Lions going to be as good as they're for real? Are the Packers going to be as for real as they are? Like are all these teams going to live up to expectation? It's going to. This is like preseason. Interesting games like Green Bay. That's gonna be interesting, yeah. Because Detroit can beat Green Bay. So now Lion and Jets in overseas game. That's gonna be interesting on ESPN Plus. Those are always fun. That's gonna be a good game. But Washington and Philadelphia. Washington played well last season, so Philadelphia really well. So that's a big game. And then Dallas. Oh, that's gonna be good. You can see that's gonna be a good one. We have Chicago. Washington. Jacksonville, Buffalo, October. That's gonna be a good preseason. That's gonna be a good overseas game. And some of these interesting games will go on as the season progresses, but Giants, Miami, that's gonna be interesting. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, that's gonna be decently interesting. Your Jets and Denver, so you can't see miss, so that's gonna be a good one. Yeah, possibly 2 good games. They're going head to head. We could. And we have. And we have Denver and Kansas City. It might not be too interesting. Well, it could be. We have Baltimore and Tennessee. That's gonna be a good one. Cincinnati, Cleveland early. That's gonna be a good one. Can't be interesting. Yeah, Philadelphia and the Jets are interesting. Giants and Buffalo. That's gonna be interesting. Dallas and Los Angeles. That's gonna be a good one. And we have Buffalo. That's gonna be good. Washington Giants. San you can see.
Hey, Claude, you should take that whole captain's.
So Green Bay, Denver. Los Angeles Chargers, you can't see. And Los Angeles Chargers, you can't see. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm just gonna miss it. It's gonna be good. Some good games. Some really good games preseason. Miami's gonna be good. Jets and Giants, that's gonna be good. Actually, pretty competitive one. But for Washington's gonna be competitive. I can't see Denver's. That's gonna be could be competitive. Since Miami and San Francisco, that's gonna be pretty competitive. And we have Miami and Kansas City. That's gonna be a really good one in November 5th on overseas game. See on Baltimore is gonna be a good one. On Washington and New England could be a good one. Dallas and Philadelphia is going to be pretty solid. Buffalo and Cincinnati is going to be good. The Chargers and the Jets, that's going to be a good one. And we have another overseas one. Indianapolis and New England. Giants and Dallas. Washington, Seattle, it's going to be 2 wins. Possibly, I'm not really the information. Cincinnati and Baltimore is going to be interesting. Good one. Tennessee and Jacksonville could be interesting. I forgot I mentioned Tennessee. And Giants Washington, that's going to be interesting. Jets at Buffalo, that's going to be interesting. Seattle, Los Angeles could be interesting. Minnesota, Denver could be sneaky interesting. I think Kansas City, that's going to be really good. Super very much. It's always fun. I love the Christmas or the Thanksgiving Day games. Fox is Green Bay at Detroit. CBS Washington at Dallas. And NBC's Raiders at San Francisco at Seattle. It's the Thursday afternoon CBS game and the Friday and the night games machine, and then we have a good left Friday game. Dolphins at Jets. You have Kansas City. You have Buffalo at Philadelphia. That's gonna be good Sunday afternoon. Well, the Chargers are gonna be good. One. So yeah, there have been some good ones now. So yeah, Dallas is gonna be good on Thursday in prime that day. Miami at Washington, that's gonna be a pretty good one. San Francisco, Philadelphia, that's gonna be interesting. Good one. Cincinnati and Jacksonville, that could be a good one. Week 14. Let's see. And we have New England, Pittsburgh, that could be interesting. Los Angeles and Baltimore, that could be interesting. Could be. Jacksonville, no. San Francisco, that's going to be interesting. Buffalo, Kansas City, that's going to be pretty interesting. Philadelphia, Dallas, really interesting. And now they're testing out 2 Monday Night Football games at the same time. Yesterday, the early game was on ESPN. The later one was on ABC, and then ESPN, they probably just cut into the second game. I'm assuming most likely. And the rest of the second game. And then they had, they're testing out the early games on ABC and the late games on ESPN, and then they're cut in. Do you know what I mean? The second game on ABC, an ESPN game on ABC probably for the rest of the time. Or imagine. I'm just in there and test both, 2 of them. Test CMI, and it's going to be good. Could be good, pretty good. So, Green Bay could be good, and so could the Giants. Could be good. Giants are, I don't know if Green Bay is going to be as good. We'll see, though. Maybe it could be pretty good. If they're on some records or waiting for playoffs. You know what I mean? And then we have, Jets, and maybe that's always good. That's gonna be good. But there's not a lot scheduled though because of Saturday games. There's Cincinnati, which it could be a pretty good contender for Saturday. Denver and Detroit could be a really good Saturday night contender. I think Seattle. Philadelphia and Seattle's a really good one though. Dallas and Buffalo's gonna be a good one. Can't see it. It's gonna be a good one. Yes, Cincinnati. It's gonna be a good Saturday afternoon one. Denver, Detroit could be a good Saturday afternoon one. Pretty good one. And then we have What else? We have New Orleans at Los Angeles Chargers. Since you have Pittsburgh, it's going to be decent NBC day before Christmas Eve, Saturday. And then we have Buffalo and Los Angeles Chargers. Mainly, I think that's to make up for having no Christmas Day game the last year. No Christmas Eve game, like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day game like NBC last year. So it was on a Sunday. And then Peacock, Buffalo and Chargers. Well, that's gonna be a really good screen on me. It's gonna be really good. And then we have Washington Jets. That's gonna be good. Seattle and Tennessee could be good. Germany still could be good. Pretty good. Dallas and Atlanta's gonna be good. Oh, and then that's in place of the Sunday night game. That's in place of the Sunday night game. Is their game? Is there been 2 games? So one. Okay, so that makes sense. And then Denver and Sunday night. That could be good. CBS, Las Vegas, and Kansas City. I mean, maybe Las Vegas could be good. CBS or New York. And then we have New York Giants and Philadelphia. That's gonna be a good one. And Baltimore and San Francisco. That's gonna be pretty good. Except it's Christmas Day night. We're having NFL on. They're just going to have basketball. So there's basketball to ESPN and NFL. The access to the playoffs. So that's an NBC. Prime. ESPN and NBC. Have a trade Dallas stuff. We have really interesting. And Baltimore, pretty interesting. Patriots at Bills, that's probably pretty interesting. Tennessee and Houston, pretty interesting, maybe not. Rams at Giants, that could be interesting, maybe not. San Francisco, Washington, pretty interesting. Pittsburgh at Seattle, I could see being pretty interesting. I could see being Chargers at Denver being pretty interesting. Bengals at Chiefs being interesting. I could see Packers at Sunday interesting, maybe. And then move for playoff seeds. Dallas and Washington, it's going to be pretty good probably. I see Jackson and Tennessee for Philadelphia at the Giants. Pittsburgh Walmart's going to be interesting. Let's see, what's that trade being pretty interesting? Tennessee at Chargers being interesting. Buffalo Miami interesting. Giants, Jets at Cleveland interesting. Maybe the Giants interesting. I can see Rams at San Francisco interesting. I see Jacksonville Tulsa interesting. I see Dallas at Washington interesting.